Just light up your face with gladness, hide every trace of sadness. Although a tear may be ever so near, that's the time you must keep on trying, smile. What's the use in crying? You'll see that life is still worthwhile. All you gotta do is smile. You see that life is still worthwhile when you just smile.
Like so many of us, you know, I talked about this sometime earlier, we made the transition from the shy people in the back row that didn't really want to be known to up here.
And I'm like, I couldn't believe it. I became this woman, this crazy woman with a broom.
And it's amazing because it's always the shy people that come up here and do this stuff. So anyway, without further ado, please welcome Karen Oni.
Yoga really was developed in order to do meditation. What yoga, Tai Chi, Qigong, these methods are to clean our body out of stress, clean our channels out through our arms and through our legs. And we become like this antenna to the universe, to this universal energy, to whatever you want to name it, God or so forth. When you can clean out your body and sit still, there is like a real clear connection. We always have that connection, but a lot of times there's stuff clouded over that. I was in therapy for my husband because there was something wrong with him, you know.
I mean, loud music.
I'm like, what do I want? I was just in a car accident. And it's just, it woke me up again. You never know. Like, you know, I mean, Joe, you never know what's just happened to somebody. It opens up compassion. You know, if somebody's racing in front of you or driving crazy, maybe they just got a call that their daughter was in a car accident. You don't know. You don't know.
Talk. He's on the phone and he's talking and he's going back and forth. And then every once in a great while, I'd hear this big whoosh across the floor upstairs. It sounded like he had a wild animal up there. So it's amazing when you step through those doors and break through your fears and just keep doing it. And I thank the whole congregation here for just giving me support and, you know, after a talk or so forth, just having that, wow, just, I mean, I did it. So I thank you all, and especially Lou for giving me the confidence and showing me like videos of it was so hard to watch me on a video. And now I kind of laugh when I watch the video.
If I sit and just put the question out, not get attached to it, sometimes the answer just comes up somewhere throughout the day. In a week, it could be in a month or so. But the answer just, it almost like bubbles up and out.
What's the answer here? They're obviously, you know, I feel like I'm putting a square peg inside of a circle, you know? And I think the answer is it's time for me to move.
I never do that. Oh, I don't do that. Now, as soon as I say that to myself, I say, okay, how come? How come? One thing with Lou is I always said, I don't like going to the movies on Friday night. It's too crowded. It's too crowded. But it seems to be the night that I go out, that we happen to go to the movies. And so I noticed I've been going to the movies on Friday night. And I said to myself, and I think even Lou said, it was a crowded theater, we were sitting there, and he said, so why don't you like being with the crowds here? I said, well, I don't know. I mean, I have a seat, you know, I'm sitting. There's a lot of people around, but it's not like they're throwing things at me or, I mean.
When I got in the car and I saw him, I saw him so differently. My gosh, I missed him. I was just like, felt like, wow, I love this guy, you know? And that weekend, it was just amazing. It was just, I just saw him differently. I just thought he was gorgeous, you know? I was like, where have I been? So, you know, okay, sending love, sending love. And I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden I was like, shut up.
This is another one I love. It's nice out, you should be outside. I find myself outside. I don't even want to be outside. You know, it's like I'm outside. I mean, we've had some gorgeous days, and I'm on my bike, and I'm walking, and I go in my apartment, and I'm like, it's nice out. I should be outside. So I go back outside and walk to the co-op. And it's like I say to myself, who am I listening to, you know? Like, I still hear Dad saying, well, you can't be inside if it's nice out, you know? And, you know, Lou can sit inside when it's nice out. And I find that fascinating. I don't think I'll ever be a couch potato, you know, but for 2 hours, it's kind of fun.
And when I can look at my family and friends now with the same clear eyes, without saying they should be doing this, they should be doing this, or, you know, they're not doing the right thing. When I can drop all that and just look at them from my heart and just see the amazing person that they are, and that all that other stuff is just behavior. What comes out of your heart is compassion, is love.
Again, it was like a wake-up call, like, okay, it's not my favorite time. I mean, I do like going at 1 o'clock on an afternoon by myself with my lunch. I love doing that. But it's doable. You know, if I can just relax and think a little differently.
I'm going to get to know him, and I'm just going to casually bring up that he's loud. You know, I'm going to do this in a civil way. I just feel like I'm giddy. I like being in love. I love it. It's fun. I was going to title this this talk, How I Became the Crazy Woman with the Broom. You know, I was on my own for 2 or 3 years before I met him. And, you know, I had to be strong. I had to be independent. I had to, you know, do what I have to do and you know, make money and put up this wall and be strong. And to let someone in and help me out, the support, and I mean, it was just amazing to actually, my favorite quote I've been saying is, you know, I was so afraid of being needy. I mean, you know, we have that word needy, and it's like, oh my gosh, you know, terrified of that word. Well, for me, it's so great to need someone without being needy. And that's what I feel now with Lou. And now when I look at him with just pure love, and now when I do the turnaround, what does that mean? Am I actually beginning to love myself without judgment? I mean, wow. You know, that's pretty amazing. So I said, okay, I said, John, listen, by the way, I don't know if you know this or not, but sometimes when you're on the phone, I can hear every single thing that you say on the phone. I get it. I got to meditate on this. I got to send him love. That's it. I am going to sit and I am just going to think of big hearts, and I'm going to be sending them up to him, and this is going to work.
And I notice he doesn't have any problems with it. He's the one who's driving. He's the one going through all the stuff. And we pull into it. We find a spot. We get out of the car. We walk to the theater. I mean, there wasn't, I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, did I think crowds were going to step over me and throw? I don't know. It was interesting.
And I joined the book club. I didn't know, but he was the person who was running the book club. And I was the only one who showed up. And I didn't read the book. And we still talked for 2 hours. So. And I can remember when I was just starting this path and listening to the tapes. I would listen to Louise Hay and all these spiritual, Wayne Dyer. And I'd be like, I got so much out of him. I'd walk every morning and I'd be all pumped up and so excited, you know, start my day. And I did that, I'm telling you, for like 10 years. I mean, I just listened to these tapes. And I always thought, wow, it'd be cool to give that back to some, you know, to people. You know, what I got, you know, maybe I can give that back to people. It was just a little note. It was just a thought. It was just that little bit of a something. You know, that was it. Is kindness, is empathy. Is it always easy to do? I can start to feel the wall come up once in a while when I'm with him, and right away, as soon as I do that, I take that mirror out and I start looking at myself. So that's kind of what I'm going through right now, and it's been great. It's been an experience, and I'm so grateful now. I mean, since he's been home.
Do you notice anything?
That's the time. You must keep on trying, smile. What's the use in crying? You'll see that life is still worthwhile. All you gotta do is smile. You'll see that life is still worthwhile. When you just smile.